Stadium in the Bronx. It's Boston Red Sox 2004 replay this afternoon, Sunday, April 25th. The last of a three-game set between the New York Yankees at 11-7 and tied for first, and the Boston Red Sox at 8-9, 2.5 games behind, and in fourth place. Ouch. We should have a decent game for you today. These two teams have split the pair they played already. Now, that's just a mangled sentence and a half. They split the first two of this three-game set already. This is the rubber game. In real life, the Red Sox swept the Yankees and made them 8-11. The Red Sox win the day. The Yankees would go to 11-8, and the Red Sox would be at 500 at 9-9, and things are heavily in the Red Sox favor in the pitching department this afternoon as Pedro Martinez takes the mound to face Javy Vasquez. Let's look at the lineup that Javy will face. Johnny Damon will lead off and play center. Mark Bellhorn, the third baseman, bats second. Oh, he's playing third today. David Ortiz is the DH. He's batting third. Manny Ramirez cleans up in left field. Kevin Millar is in right field, batting fifth. Jason Varitek behind the dish, batting sixth. Dave McCarty, the first baseman, bats seventh. Cesar Crespo, my dear friend and yours, bats eighth. And Pokey plays second. Pokey Reese, the shortstop, bats ninth. And they will face Javy Vasquez. Javy has an 8.40 ERA. In 15 innings, he's allowed 21 hits, 2 homers, 5 walks, and 13 strikeouts. The defense around him: Hideki Matsui in left, Bernie Williams in center, Gary Sheffield in right. Alex Rodriguez is at third for the Yankees. Derek Jeter is at short. Enrique Wilson is at second. And Jason Giambi is at first with Jorge Posada behind the plate. Vasquez is better than those numbers indicate. He should be having an ERA right around 5 and should give up less than a hit an inning. The home run is his downfall. He gave up 33 in real life. He's good for 85 pitches today. It's 70 degrees. The wind is blowing across the outfield from left to right. Just a picture-perfect day in the Bronx. So a big one for the Red Sox. They win, they go to 500 before they play 3 against Tampa. And for the Yankees, they'd like this one too to stay pace with the Baltimore Orioles. So Johnny steps to the plate at 254, 3 homers and 10 RBI. There's a pitch and Jeter throws it out. Ground ball to Jeter over to Giambi to start the ball game. Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Mark usually either bats at the top or the bottom of the lineup. He's at 245, 3 homers and 10 RBI. Vasquez delivers and Bellhorn draws a walk. Bellhorn will strike out a lot and draw his fair share of walks, and has a good chance to steal here. David Ortiz, he's in a mini slump, 279, 4 homers and 17 RBI. Let's see if I hit the right button today. Bellhorn goes. The throw down is in time. So Bellhorn is caught stealing. He had a 73% chance to steal, and the throw down to Jeter from Posada was a strike. So 2 out and a 1-0 count to Ortiz. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive down the right field line. Sheffield's there and it's foul. So 1-1 to Poppy. Vasquez delivers. A ground ball to Wilson. Throw to Giambi, and there goes the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 1/2 of 1 inning. No score. So Pedro Martinez takes the hill. This will be Pedro's 5th start of the year. A 2.57 ERA and a 1-1 record. 28 innings, 21 hits. He's allowed 2 homers. He has walked 6 and struck out 20. And threw a complete game shutout Tuesday in Toronto for his first win. Here's the lineup the Yankees will trot out there. Derek Jeter leads off. Bernie Williams bats second. Alex Rodriguez bats third. Jason Giambi is the first baseman, batting fourth. Gary Sheffield, a part of the Yankees' big effort yesterday, bats fifth. Jorge Posada bats sixth. Hideki Matsui bats seventh. Ruben Sierra is your DH, and he is batting eighth. Enrique Wilson will bat ninth and play second. And again, the defense around Pedro this afternoon. It is a day game, surprisingly. Manny Ramirez at left, Johnny Damon in center, and Kevin Millar in right. Mark Bellhorn plays third, below average fielding percentage and range. Pokey Reese is at short. Cesar Crespo is at second, and Dave McCarty is at first. McCarty just below average range and a decent Decent fielding percentage with Jason Varitek behind the plate. Jeter, after all that, just had a massive 10-game hitting streak snapped. Or 9-game, I believe. He's at 278, 2 homers and 5 RBI. Pedro delivers. There's a fly ball to left center. Back goes Manny. That's going to grab the wall. And so the Yankees start this one with a double. And I'll bring up Bernie Williams. Bernie at 231, 5 homers and 10 RBI. Here's the pitch from Pedro. He got him at the knees on an 0-2 pitch. So there's one out for Alex Rodriguez, who's at 356, 3 homers and 14 RBI. Pedro delivers. His line drive right to Bellhorn for the second out. So the leadoff double to Jeter so far has not seen him leave second base. Here's Jason Giambi at 240, no homers and 8 RBI. Interesting to note that he has walked 23 times and struck out 11. In real life, in 264 at-bats, he walked 47 times and struck out 62. Pedro delivers. Line drive right to Crespo. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 1. Boston nothing, New York nothing. So Manny, Kevin Millar, and Jason Varitek will bat here in the second. And if any of them should reach, Dave McCarty will follow. Ramirez at 275, 4 homers and 10 RBI. Vasquez delivers, popped up. Alex Rodriguez moves back a step or 2 and makes the grab. Javy now has 14 pitches through the inning in the third. Pedro threw 13 in his half of the first. Very efficient. Kevin Millar at 233, 2 homers and 4 RBI. And Millar swings on and misses a curveball. Swings and misses a curveball. The inner Dizzy Dynamis coming out. He slowed into third. That'll bring up Jason Varitek at 472, 6 homers and 11 RBI. 2 out here in the top of the second, no score. Pitch to Varitek is a fly ball to right. Sheffield's there, he makes the grab. The Red Sox go down in order, and we've played an inning and a half, no score. So Vasquez, who is slated to only throw 85, give or take, is at 19 through 2. That's just brutally efficient. Gary Sheffield, who has had a monster start to the season, 352, 9 homers and 26 RBI to face Pedro here to start the second. Pedro gets him. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 on an 0-2 fastball. Jorge Posada the batter. Jorge at 250. 2 homers and 16 RBI. Pedro delivers. Pop up to short. Second, Crespo's there. I'll get it right eventually. 2 out. Hideki Matsui the batter. Hideki at 299. Just a scooch under 300. 3 homers and 12 RBI. Pedro delivers, and Matsui gets a high fly ball to right. Back goes Damon, back goes Millar, goes to the wall. It's going to hit off the wall, and Matsui's on with a double. So that's a second Yankee hit. It's a second Yankee extra base hit. And that'll bring up Ruben Sierra. And I don't remember whether, we have seen Ruben, I think, once in the Red Sox. Up at Boston, I should say. He's at 091. That's 2 for 22 with no homers and 3 RBI. Dangerous hitter. Pedro delivers, and he gets him. Swung on and missed. Pedro gets the strikeout. The Yankees go down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 2. There's still no score. So Dave McCarty, as you can see, is at the plate. His left eye is obscured by that 318 sign in left field. Dave is 1 for 7 on the year. Vasquez, as we said, 19 pitches through 2 innings. 2 innings, and he's given up a walk and a strikeout. Pedro's at 29 through 2. McCarty is hit. Nothing is said. He's got him on the leg, and he trots down to first base. That'll bring in Cesar Crespo, who is 2 for 21 on the year. 095, no homers, and 2 RBI. And hopefully the next sentence I say is not 4-6-3. Here's the pitch. Back to Vasquez, throws to Giambi, and that's an out. So it's a fielder's choice. McCarty goes to second. That'll bring up Pokey Reese. And we're in a bunt here. Pokey's at 245, no homers and 4 RBI. Pokey puts one down. Foul. Asana gloved it, but it was foul. So it's an 0-2 count, and Pokey's going to swing now. Here's the pitch. Pokey strikes out. Swung on and missed on an 0-2 fastball. 2 out. Johnny Damon is 0 for 1. No score here in the top of the third. Red Sox and Yankees on a gorgeous day in the Bronx. Damon hits a line drive right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. McCarty will round third. Damon goes to second. The throw home is not in time. So the odds were in the Yankees' favor as Sheffield's throw went straight home, and the Red Sox score first on the RBI single by Damon. He'll get the extra base by going to second on the throw. So 1-0 New York off of Vasquez. Here's Mark Bellhorn. Mark walked his first time up. For all the grief we give him about his strikeouts, he's walked 12 times and walked 88 times on the regular season, in the real season. Vasquez delivers. Bellhorn ground ball to Wilson. Throws a Giambi, and that's the side, but not before the Red Sox get a run on 1 hit. No errors. 2.5 down. Boston 1, New York 0. So Pedro now at 29 pitches through 2. Has allowed 2 hits and struck out 3, and will face Enrique Wilson, who is at 283 and a remarkable 7 home runs. That's third in the American League, and 13 RBI. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive or ground ball to McCarty. Runs it to first in time. Takes it himself. I should know what's going on here. Derek Jeter is the batter. Derek doubled his first time up. So Martinez an efficient 32 times for the first 9 batters. 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to left center. Damon's there. 2 out. That'll bring up Bernie, who struck out one of Pedro's 3 strikeouts today. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive left field. And he turns and watches it go. Well, a solo shot for Bernie Williams down the line and left. That's his 6th of the year. The Yankees are pounding home runs. And the Commodore 64 says the tail of the tape on that baby was 326 feet. Commodore 64. So 80s. So programmable. So awesome. So nearby you on the internet. Alex Rodriguez is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And he walks Alex on 4 pitches. So Pedro a little bit miffed after the home run and the walk, and that'll bring up Jason Giambi. He was 0 for 1. Pitch to Giambi. Ground ball to first. McCarty flips it to Pedro. That retires aside. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. We played 3. It's Boston and New York knotted at 1. So David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Kevin Millar will bat. David is 0 for 1. Vasquez, 35 pitches now through 3. Gave up the run. Walked 1. 1 hit, the lone hit being Damon. Walked 1 and struck out 2. Here's the pitch. Ortiz hits a fly ball to right. Sheffield's in the corner. He makes the play. 1 out. For Manny, who is also 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Manny strings and watches strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 and 2 count. Then he struck out. So far an efficient, another good inning for Vasquez. Here's Kevin Millar, who struck out his first time up. Millar hits a ground ball to Jeter. Throws to first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books. Boston and New York are tied at 1. Gary Sheffield, Jorge Posada, and Hideki Matsui. Here in the Yankee 4th, Gary struck out his first time up. Ground ball, base hit in the left field. So another key hit for Sheffield, who leads the American League in home runs and RBI. That'll bring up Posada, who's 0 for 1. Sheffield at this point in his career, not a threat to steal. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right up the middle, base hit. Damon flings it back in the infield. So Sheffield and Posada have singled. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the 4th for Matsui, who doubled his first time up. Pedro in trouble here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Matsui hits a fly ball to left, right center. Damon is there. That's the first out. Sheffield will hold. And that'll bring up Ruben Sierra, who struck out his first time up. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Boston. They've left for 1 on. The Yankees 1 run on 5 hits now. No errors, and they've stranded 3 so far. Here's the pitch. Sierra hits a line drive to right. Millar is there. Sheffield will hold at second, and there are now 2 out for Enrique Wilson, who is 0 for 1. Pedro delivers. There's a line drive to Bellhorn, and that retires the side. No runs on 2 hits. Pedro gets into trouble. Pedro gets out of trouble. After 4, Boston and New York are tied at 1. And if you're wondering about Pedro's pitch count, that now is at 58 through 4. It's still fine. Vasquez 49 through 4, as Jason Varitek, Dave McCarty, who scored the Red Sox lone run, and Cesar Crespo will bat here in the 5th. Varitek 0 for 1, popped up behind the plate to Posada. He goes to the screen and he can't get it. So it's 2-2 to Varitek. Vasquez gets the sign and is ready. Here's the pitch. And Varitek strikes out, swung on and missed. So that's 4 for Javier. And that will bring up McCarty, who was plunked and scored in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. McCarty grounds one to Wilson. Deep in the hole, throws to Giambi, 2 out. Cesar Crespo, the batter. Cesar is 0 for 1. Vasquez delivers, and there's a ground ball base hit into the hole in right. So a big hit for Crespo, and that brings up his average to 130 on the air. Now I'll bring up Pokey Reese with 2 outs here in the 5th. That's the 2nd Red Sox hit. It's amazing. The lower average people are the ones getting it done. That happened Friday night. Bubba Crosby, who I think was hitting .091 when the game started, went 3 for 4 for the Yankees as a leadoff hitter. Pokey, as we said, struck out his first time up. Vasquez delivers, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Wilson flings it over to Giambi to retire the side. No runs, no hits, or 1 hit rather, no errors. We're halfway home in the Bronx. It's the New York Yankees won, the Boston Red Sox won. And if you're in St. Johnsbury tomorrow morning or anywhere in the Northeast Kingdom, give our friend Don Mullally a listen to tomorrow morning starting in 6, as he plays not only the best music of your life, but all the news and information and traffic and sports and weather you need to know to start your day on AM 1340 WSTJ. Derek Jeter will lead us off here in the 5th. Derek doubled to lead off the game for New York and is 1 for 2. Bernie Williams and Alex Rodriguez to follow in a 1-1 tie. Jeter hits a ground ball to Reese, throws to first, 1 out. Bernie Williams, the batter. Bernie homered into 3rd, pardon me, down the line and left for the only Yankee run today. 1 for 2. He's also struck out. Pedro gets him again. 1-2 just below the belt. Fastball strike 3, 4th for Pedro Martinez. They'll bring up Alex Rodriguez, who was 0 for 1 at the plate and has run a walk. Pedro's ready. Here's the pitch. And Rodriguez gets plunked. Well, there probably wasn't purpose beyond that. There's been a fair share of plunking going on in this series. Let's check to see if I got suspensions and ejections checked. Usually suspensions wouldn't work but ejections would. So Giambi's at the plate. Now let's not walk him again. Throw to first. Rodriguez is back. Pitch out, nobody going, so they'll concede it now. Giambi is 0 for 2. 1-0 pitch. Here's a ball. Throw down. Rodriguez steals the base. So they fiddled and diddled around too much with A-Rod, and A-Rod gets his 7th steal of the year. He's now in scoring position, and it's a 2-0 count to Giambi with 2 out. Martinez delivers. There's a fly ball deep to center. Damon goes back and makes the grab for the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5 in the Bronx. It's 1-1. Johnny Damon is 1 for 2. And he is singled and driven in a run. The lone run in the 3rd drove in McCarty. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit, right field. So Damon's on. That's the 3rd Red Sox hit. Vasquez kind of hitting the end of his day. 70 pitches of his 85 in the books. 5+ innings, 3 hits. He has walked 1 and struck out 4. The run was earned, by the way. Mark Bellhorn is 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to right center. Sheffield goes back to the track to make the grab. 1 out. Damon will not try to tag. That just seems kind of silly. You're just asking for trouble. Sheffield has a very good arm. 8 out of 10 according to Action PC Baseball. 76 degrees as we play the 6th inning on a gorgeous day in New York. David Ortiz is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Ortiz hits a fly ball to center. Bernie's there. Williams grabs it. 2 out. And I'll bring up Manny. Manny is 1 for 2 in the strikeout. And they throw Damon back to first, and Damon, with his 30% stealing chance, wasn't going anywhere. Now it's up to 38. Guess what? He's still not going anywhere. Pitch to Ramirez. There's a fly ball to left. Matsui goes down in the corner. That's going to grab the wall. Damon is going to round third. Manny will hold at second. The throw goes into second, and the Red Sox lead it 2-1 on the double by Manny Ramirez. So Pedro Martinez is now in line for his second win of the year. Kevin Millar will bat with 2 out. Kevin is 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Vasquez delivers. It gets away from Posada. They're going to rule out a wild pitch, and Manny moves up 90 feet. It just missed everybody. It went over the Posada's head. So 2-0 the count to Millar. Here's the pitch. Millar line drive, gone. Right down the left field line for a home run. Manny will score in front of him. Millar hits his 3rd home run of the year. 323 feet, says the Commodore 64. Right down the line. That was an absolute bullet. And Scott Proctor will come in. That's Javy Vasquez's day. 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits. We'll give you the rest of the totals in a second. So it's 4-1 Boston now. Scott Proctor in to give Yankee fans some more nightmares. He has no record, and he has no ERA. 3 innings, 3 hits. It's all trips wild. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And he'll face Jason Varitek, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Varitek gets a fly ball to shallow right. Sheffield is there, and that retires the side. Not before the Red Sox score 3. On the big home run by Kevin Millar, which drove in 2, 3 hits and no errors. 5.5, Boston 4, New York 1. And we can close the book on Vasquez now. 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The home run, the big one to Millar. Walked 1 and struck out 4. Pedro Martinez has pitched just fine, and now he holds a 3-run lead as we start the bottom of the 6th. So it'll be Gary Sheffield, Jorge Posada, and Hideki Matsui here in the 7th or the 6th. Sheffield is 1 for 2 with a single, with a strikeout, and he pops this one out. Bellhorn goes out, makes the grab, 1 out. Posada now is also 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up. Crespo moves over on the grass and makes the catch, 2 out. So 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left on for Boston. 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, and the Yankees have stranded 6. Hideki Matsui is 1 for 2 with a double. Ruben Sierra to bat if Matsui should reach. Here's the pitch. Matsui does reach as he singles in the left field. So a 2-out single for Hideki, and that'll bring up Sierra, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Enrique Wilson on deck. Pedro should pitch the next inning if he can get Sierra. He delivers. Sierra hits a ground ball to right for a base hit. So 1st and 2nd, the tying run now is Enrique Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Pedro delivers. It's a pop-up to short. Pokey goes over by the bag at second to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We played 6 on a Sunday here in the Bronx. Boston 4, New York 1. So Martinez, we think, has about 20 pitches left, so he should come out for the 7th. Scott Proctor stays to face David McCarty, who is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 3rd. And McCarty singles one into right, into the hole. So McCarty's on first. That's a 6 Sox hit. And Cesar Crespo, who was 1 for 2 at the plate. Crespo chops one to Jeter, throws to Wilson for 1, over to Giambi. That's 2. See, I jinxed myself the last time by saying, hope my next sentence was 4-6-3, and the next at bat was a 6-4-3. So 2 out here for Pokey Reese, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Reese goes down by way of the K. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No runs, 1 hits, no errors. Stretch time. The natives are restless. It's 4-1 Boston. So more than likely the last inning for Martinez. Pedro at 90 pitches. You see the fatigue warning now on the screen. 6 innings, 7 hits, a home run. That was to Bernie Williams, who will bat next. The run was earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 4. Jeter is 1 for 3 with a double. And he hits a fly ball to shallow left. Man, he's there, 1 out. Jeter started the game with a double, by the way. Bernie Williams, who is 1 for 3. Outside of that home run he hit in the 3rd, he has struck out twice. Pedro delivers. Ground ball to Reese. Throw to McCarty, 2 out. Alex Rodriguez, 0 for 1 with a walk. Pedro has looked good this afternoon. 2 good starts in a row, and if the Sox pen does its job, he will be 2-1. Here's the pitch to A-Rod. There's a line drive, and he turns and watches it go. A home run for Rodriguez makes it 4-2. No, that was not 327 feet. Bad computer. That's more like 387. Into the pens, and it's now 4-2 Boston on Rodriguez's 4th home run of the year. Jason Giambi's 0 for 3. The pitch, Giambi hits a high pop-up to shallow right. Millar is there to make the grab, and that retires the side. That should be it for Pedro. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 7, Boston 4, New York 2. Johnny Damon will lead off, and he will face Paul Quantrill, who seems to throw every game for the Yankees. Paul has an 0-3 record with a 5.02 ERA. In the Red Sox win Friday, the Yankees turned into the 62 Mets, committed 2 errors, and by the time that Quantrill was done with his inning, he'd given up 5 runs, none of them earned. Damon has singled twice, scored, and drove in a run in the 3rd. Quantrill delivers. Damon puts 1 down the line. Back goes Sheffield, and it's foul. 1-2 to Johnny Damon. Quantrill pitches. There's a ground ball to Jeter. Throws to Giambi. 1 out. So Mark Bellhorn will bat. Mark is 0 for 2 with a walk. And Bellhorn flares this one in the shallow right. Sheffield is there. 2 out. David Ortiz, I don't believe he's had a hit this series. He's 0 for 3 today. And he hits one into center. Bernie Williams is there, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7.5 down, Boston 4. New York 2. Sheffield, Posada, and Matsui for to face Mike Timlin. Timlin, who pitched yesterday. Remember, the Sox get, I believe, 3 days off after this because of weather. Their next game, they actually will play back-to-back doubleheaders, not on back-to-back days, but 2 against Tampa, or they will play 3 against Tampa at home, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll go down to Texas and play a doubleheader there after it rained, which is kind of unusual for Arlington. So Timlin will have some rest after these back-to-back appearances. He's 1-0 on the year with a 3.68 ERA. 7 innings, not great numbers, 9 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 5. With the extra time off, I have no trouble going to Folk if the Yankees put the tying run on base here in the 8th. Sheffield is 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Bellhorn goes out, makes the grab on the cut of the dirt, 1 out. Jorge Posada, who is 1 for 3. hits one to center. Back goes Damon. On the track, he makes the grab. 2 out. 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors for the Sox. They've stranded 2. The Yankees, 2 runs on 8 hits so far, no errors, and they've stranded 8. Hideki Matsui, the batter. Hideki has had a good game, 2 for 3. He is singled and doubled. It hits a long drive to right. That's going to be in the seats. A home run for Matsui. Millar just watched as it went into the bleachers. 393 feet. Commodore 64 gets that one right, and it's 4-3 now with 2 outs in the 8th. So the Yankee faithful are at the edge of their seats. Ruben Sierra, the batter, he is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. And Sierra hits one to left. Manny's there, and he flags it down. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 8. Timlin survives the home run. It's Boston 4, New York 3, and we're not going to see Mariano Rivera unless the Yankees come back, as Gabe White is coming in. White is 2-0 on the year with a 5.63 ERA, 8 innings, 9 hits. He has given up 1 home run. He has walked 1 and struck out 3, and will face Manny Ramirez, who was 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, a run scored and an RBI. Millar, who hit the 2-run homer in the 6th to put the Sox ahead, and Jason Varitek. Manny hits one to right center. Back goes Bernie, makes the catch. Kevin Millar, as we said, hit the 2-run homers last time up in the 6th. 1 for 3. Now a 6 RBI on the year, and he struck out once. White delivers, popped up. Rodriguez is there, 2 out. So Jason Varitek 0 for 3 with a strikeout to face White. And he hits a chopper to Jeter, throws to Giambi, not in time. Varitek beats out the infield hit. So Dave McCarty will bat. Dave is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Red Sox would desperately love to put another insurance run on as Keith Folk warms in the pen. It's nice out now, 77 degrees, wind blowing out to center. White delivers. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throws over to Giambi, and that's the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th at Yankee Stadium. It's Boston 4, New York 3. So for the first time in a while, we see the closer, Keith Folk. Keith is 1-0 with 3 saves with a 4.26 ERA, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 home runs, a walk and 4 strikeouts. He will face Enrique Wilson, Derek Jeter, and Bernie Williams. And if anyone should reach, Alex Rodriguez. Wilson is 0 for 3 today. And nope, he will not hit. Tony Clark will pinch hit. Clark at 278. Tub of Vaseline, 2 homers, and 7 RBI. Here's the pitch. Clark strikes out. Got him looking on an 0-2 pitch. 1 out for Jeter. Derek is 1 for 4. He started the game for the Yankees with a double. Red Sox have 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They've left 3 on. They've been very efficient. The Yankees, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Pedro Martinez stands to get the win of second. Javy Vasquez would be the loser. Folk in to try to get the save. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Jeter strikes out on an 0-2 pitch. So Folk gets him looking, and it's down to Bernie Williams, who has already homered today. He is 1 for 4. Has struck out twice. 6 pitches for Folk. Here it comes. There's a fly ball to shallow left. Damon comes over and makes the grab. The Red Sox win 4-3. So the Red Sox take 2 out of 3 in the series and go to 9-9. They're finally at 500. The totals in a second. Here's the Commodore Vic 20 postgame show. A big win for the Boston Red Sox today. They took 2 out of 3 down in New York after losing 3 or 4 last weekend at Fenway. So the Sox hit 500. They did one worse than real life, but we'll take 2 out of 3 in New York, no problem. 1 run in the third for Boston, and 3 in the sixth for 4 total. 7 hits and no errors. The Yankees, who are 3 games better now than they were in real life at 11-8, got 1 in the third, scored 1 in the seventh, and 1 in the eighth. 3 runs and 9 hits, no errors. The big blast, of course, Millar's 2-run shot in the sixth, which turned out to be the winning run for Boston. Pedro Martinez is your winner. He goes to 2-1. 7 innings for Pedro this afternoon. 8 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. 2 solo shots. Bernie Williams and Hideki Matsui, I believe. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Kind of a latter career good performance from Pedro. Mike Timlin gets the save. He gives up the home run in his inning. And Keith Folk with a spotless 9, striking out 2 for his 4th save of the year. The Red Sox this week, by the way, have chopped off nearly a run off their ERA. We'll get to that in the This Week in Review show coming up next. The Javy Vasquez is against the loss. It's his first decision of the year. He's 0-1. 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The home run to Millar, walked 1 and struck out 4. Proctor, Quantrill, and White do their jobs out of the pen. And the Red Sox go an entire weekend without seeing Mariano Rivera. The Yankees, the last time, I believe, are now a half game out of first behind Baltimore. The Red Sox, depending on what happens, we'll play the games before we do the Weekend Review show. We're in 4th place. Kevin Millar is your Commodore VIC-20 player of the game. Commodore VIC-20 for when your little brother needs something to play with while you play with the Xbox. The Commodore VIC-20, so 80, so programmable. Time of the game, 3 hours. It was just a gorgeous day. It was 78 degrees by the time we were done. Hardly any wind. Kevin Millar's your player of the game. And the Red Sox get out of New York with taking 2 out of 3. And this trip was very successful, 4 out of 6. So that'll do it. It's Tampa next at home, and then they'll go play some games against the American League Central. So until then, this is Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time.